So my name is Adreinne Craighead. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina in this beautiful setting called Torchbearer Tachyon. And it is an energy portal that has been open for about 3.5 years. And it's a pleasure to host people here for one-on-one experiences, but also we have a group Tachyon Chamber that you can visit with us on to do group manifesting and kirtan music and breathing meditation, sound healing, all kinds of fun stuff. And it's an honor to work with this partner, and I'll pass the microphone to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm David Harris, channeler, energy intuitive. I know a lot of you know me, but I've got a message to bring forward that's coming from the group that I'm channeling, and a big healing energy. And there's going to be a big clearing, and a balancing. So if there's anything that you would like to heal, anything that you're working on in your life that you're struggling with, just set the intention to bring it forward, and you'll receive a lot of help with that tonight. Particularly physical issues are going to be one focus tonight. So thank you for joining, and let's begin.
We're excited to have everyone here. I'm going to press this button record one more time to make sure. Perfect, it is recording. All right, so I'm going to invite everyone to just take a moment and really settle in to the space you're in. We know you could be 100 different places right now. And so you chose this moment to be here with this group. And so I'm just going to invite us to take some breaths together and really ground in together and do something that not many of us do very often, but we're going to do a gathering meditation exercise where we actually gently touch our bodies. So begin with 3 deep breaths where you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth at your own pace, feeling yourself landing in this spot, in this moment, at this time, and with these people. And then, if it's safe for you to do so, I want you to take the fingertips and very gently, it doesn't need to be firm at all, massage your scalp, starting at the back of your head, bringing it around to the top, front of your head, and then gently rubbing your brow, just giving yourself this slight temple massage, moving to your cheekbones, under the eyes, and tapping that spot on your upper lip, just beneath your nose, that spot on your lower lip, just between your chin and lower lip. Now using your fingertips, lightly palpitate on your jaw, telling yourself it's okay to relax this jaw. It's okay to release this tension. Moving down your throat, your neck. And now you're going to palpitate out your collarbone, the clavicle, to the tips of your shoulders. Now I'm going to ask you to take your right hand and to tap gently along the top of your right arm, all the way down to your elbow, all the way down to your wrist, down to your fingers. You can rub like this, you can tap like this. We want you to have this feeling of coming back up the palm and the underside of the arm, all the way to your armpit. Now do the other arm. Your left arm is tapping your right shoulder, down your upper arm to your elbow, down the top of your arm to your wrist, moving around to your fingertips, give them a squeeze, feeling the energy, feeling the motion, the chi moving in your body, coming right back up your underarm. And now using both your hands, tapping on your chest and your organs and your stomach. Just feeling that movement. You're going to move down the inner thigh, down to your knee. And then moving all the way down your calves to your ankles. And if you can, rubbing on the arches of your feet, your feet on the edges. And we're going to come back up, you guys, on the outsides of your legs, the outside of your ankle, the outside of your calf, the outside of your knee, the outside of your thigh, hips towards your back. And finally, finishing up by giving yourself a hug. And you can say in your mind or you can say out loud these words. I love myself unconditionally. I respect myself and I appreciate myself. I am grateful for this body. And we'll finish with these words. Putting your hands out, palms up on your knees or forward to the other. This is you extending that same sentiment. I love you unconditionally. I accept and respect you. I am grateful for you. And bringing palms together. And so it is. Thank you for being here. We're going to open up with a message from David's guides, and then we're going to move to your questions where you can type them in the chat. We will begin.
Ya, kecaka, ya, kecapakoya, kakashia, chapakochi, bakachakakaya, oya, kashia, chapakachapoya, kachapakachapakakashia, kachapakatakakaya, kashapakatakashapakachapakachapakaya, yadakatakakakaka, yingatakakakaka, yingatakata, ya, katuwa, ua, ya, katapoya, kakashia. Oh yeah, because the boy kakashia, but she pokashia, because kakashia, 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 oh yeah, kashiba katakaya, kashia, katia, pakatapoya, kachapa katakaya. Oh yeah, bishia, pakachaka, shia, pakachapakashia, pakachakakaya. Oi, pakatapoya, kakaship, kakakaya. Shia, pakatakakoya, kakaka. Shia, pakatapoya, kakashia, pakatakakakaya. Shia, pakatakakakakaya. Ya, pakatakoya, kachakachia, kachakakakashia, katapoya, kachakatakakakaya. Ya, patapoya, kachapakakakakaya, kachia, pakatakoya, kakashia, pakatakakakaya, kashia, pakatakakaya, pakatapoya, kachakakashia, pakatakakashia, pakatakaya. Oyaka shipakachakaya shipakachakaya. Hello and good evening. Oyaka shipakachakakashkaka. We're so glad that you're here with us. We're very grateful for you. Oyaka chapakayaka shipakachakashkaka. All of you have been going through some major shifts lately. Oyaka shipakachakashkaka. So much so fast that the mind cannot keep up, but the body can. Ayatapoya kachipakatakaya kashipakatakaya. Now is the time to be mystified by what you are capable of. It's time to open up and sing your true heart song. Let the green wave come in. This is a healing energy. This is what we'll call a heart vortex. It's a very specific wavelength of energy that is designed to help you open up your heart chakra completely to yourself first and foremost, and then to connect your heart chakra with what we'll call your higher mind. Your higher mind, and is an aspect of you that's outside of your physical brain and is rooted in your true divinity. In a sense, it's the spirit of your soul connecting to you in an informational way. The higher mind is an aspect of you that is above your higher self. It operates at a higher plane of existence. Shia kataka, shia kataka, shia kataka, shia kataka. There's nothing you need to retrieve. There's nothing you need to remember. There's not a procedure for you to follow. This is a higher aspect of your own being that is now ready to connect fully with your physical body. This is nothing outside of you. It is you. For your soul is very complex. But at its core, it's rooted in the frequency of pure love. Shia Pakatakaya, Shia Pakatakaya, Shia Pakatakaya, Oya Pakatakaya, Oya Pakachapoya, Kakashia Pakatakaya, Kashia Pakatakaya, Pakachapoya, Kaship Pakatakaya, Ship Pakatakaya, Kaship Pakatakaya. Part of this light language right now is also helping to clear out the residue of any fear energy from the human nervous system and from the energy body. This is not just your own energy, your own fear energy. This is a collective wound, a collective trauma that has been healed. So now it's time to release that residue from your own nervous system. Shiakata, shiakatakaka. There's no more emotional content involved. There's no processing to do here. There's no backlash for letting this fear energy leave you. For you did not incarnate into human form to spend your life with fear. Fear is not something that you need to stand up to. It's something you can simply let go because behind that fear is something that you're ready to see now, something that you're ready to integrate. Oh, yakataka. Oh, yakataka kakaya. Oh, yakachia, kachia, kachia, kachikataka, ship, 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 for the moment, indulge us and don't try to figure this out with your mind. Listen with your heart. For your heart can understand the most complex of things instantly and very simply. For the moment, think outside of your brain and think with your higher mind. It's not necessary to define the higher mind any more fully. Just allow yourself to receive your higher mind. And feel it all the way into your bones. Oh, yeah, pakachakakashia, kachapakatakaya, shipakatakaya, kashapakatakaya, 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 shipakatakaya. We say all that not so that you can understand completely, because we're speaking to a deeper part of you. We are simply here to help facilitate a process where you connect more fully to your own higher knowing of why you are here and what you are here to do and what you came to experience. And we say this from a place of deep respect. For you are a powerful creator being. You are sovereign and free. And in one sense, you answer to no one. At the soul level, you answer to no one. You are beyond the limitations of separation. And you exist in a place of completeness and wholeness. You do not need to study in order to learn this. Simply embody your own higher knowledge. For we are not telling you anything you do not already know. Allow the biggest burden that you're carrying right now to be released. There are three of you in particular listening to this that we're speaking to more directly. Open up your heart fully to yourself. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, shipkatakaya. And now, we're going to get to the heart of our message. For that is just the precursor. In the human experience, it's easy to think of yourself as flawed or as if you are a constant construction project. You are not a construction project. You are complete in your wholeness. You are perfect in your perceived imperfection. So what if solving the biggest issue you have in your life, healing the biggest wound that you're faced with right now, is not a matter of taking action. It's not a matter of conceiving the perfect, tricky solution. What if it is not a matter of having to figure anything out? We're speaking to the deepest wound. That part inside of you where you hold the deepest wound that may not even come from this life. It may not come from an experience that your mind could explain in a story or any narrative that makes human sense. You don't need to open up this wound to the whole world. But if you're willing to open it up to yourself, even a small bit, just that crack in the door can let that healing energy come through. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. And we're also speaking of physical issues, physical pain, physical ailments, because all physical ailments are energetic. They are ultimately all a result of some type of unprocessed emotional trauma. And no, we are not suggesting to get off your meds or quit seeing the doctor. We're simply encouraging you to look at any physical disease or physical afflictions, physical discomfort that you may be experiencing, particularly chronic issues, as something that is not permanent, something that resulted from some kind of unprocessed emotional trauma. And if you're willing to open yourself up to loving that part of yourself, the healing can take place. And you may have heard this before. Well, yeah, you likely have heard some version of this story that we're telling you right now before. That we're not going to stop there. We're going to teach you, or rather remind you, of a technique that is new to your human brain, but something that you know intimately well on the soul level. If you would, for this moment, start by placing your hands palms up in your lap. This is the receiving position. And with your palms up in your lap and your fingers straight, wiggle your thumbs. This does something in the nervous system. And now ask your own higher mind, which is a higher aspect of your own consciousness, to enter your body through your hands, through the palms of your hands. And to become like a pair of hands working through your nervous system that creates a loving container, a safe container that comes from your own soul, within which you can safely open up that old wound without re-experiencing the trauma. You're not going to be flooded with a wave of emotions. You're not opening Pandora's box. You're simply allowing the doctor of your own higher mind to remove the bandage to see how the healing is going. Perhaps you had a big gash that was stitched up and it's fully healed. And those stitches are now there to be removed, are ready to be removed. Perhaps what you're experiencing right now is not an old wound, is not the shock of learning some old experience, or re-experiencing some old traumatic experience, but rather just the residue of some remaining scar tissue that's now ready to be completely healed. For in your original state, in your true original soul blueprint, you are complete. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can detract from you. Nothing can add to you because you are already everything. You are already whole. Allow your own higher mind, working like a figurative pair of hands through your body, to go into your heart, to go into those places in your body that hurt. To go into the area of you where you store the pain of whatever particular perplexing problem you are wanting to solve in your life, that you long to change. Perhaps it's a goal you've set. Perhaps it's a new experience you want. Perhaps it's a relationship you wish could be healed, or a new relationship you would like to bring forward into your life. That part of you that feels the pain of longing for something that has not come. Allow your own higher mind to go into that wound. And for a moment, trust yourself. Trust the wisdom of your own soul to go into that deep place. And not only shine a light on it, not only give it pure love, unconditional love, unrelenting love, but also to allow it to unkink. To allow this pain, this painful area, whatever has caused it, whatever it's about, to see that in one sense, it is the pain of an illusion. To re-experience the fact that it already is Oya, 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 yeah, yeah. And feel that this wound, this area, is also being given access to higher information that it was disconnected from, higher information that explains its own story. That helps it see its own true origin point. And helps it see it does not need to continue holding on. It does not need to hang on to bitterness. It's not need to keep clawing and hoping for a resolution. It can relax and be carried into the light in an informed way, into the light, being treated like an adult, being treated like an informed adult, and simply being shown a whole other side of the story that it didn't see, that it wasn't aware of, that it wasn't able to connect to. And it wasn't its fault. It just wasn't being shown. And now take that wound, take that pain, take that trauma, take that frustration for that thing that you want to change in your life, that dream that you have that's unfulfilled. And move it down the road of freedom, the road of pure freedom, and let it be taken all the way up into your higher mind. Let it be taken up all the way into your higher mind, apart from Earth's intensity. Where it can be shown the whole truth. The truth that only your soul knows fully. And then it can see that it has actually given your soul a gift by giving the soul the experience of the learning of those experiences. Let it be received fully back into the higher mind. Where it will naturally choose to release itself from your body. Because this wound, this pain, this unfulfilled dream is like its own living thing, its own conscious being that now understands that it's been heard, it is fully understood. And further pain and processing is not necessary in order for it to go fully into the light. That the lessons can be retained, that the wisdom that you've obtained through having these experiences, through going through this pain, can be witnessed, can be kept and held, can go into your cosmic record book as a deep level soul lesson, and can be brought to a completion. And that energy of completion and freedom can replace the wound. So now allow your higher mind to come back into your body. And allow your higher mind to go fully into your heart. Into your heart where the deepest secrets are held. The deepest secrets that your higher mind already knows. And allow your higher mind to merge into your heart. Allow it to share space with you. And allow your own record book to open of your soul's full experience. Which will help your physical mind, your human brain know that it's not alone. That it doesn't have to keep searching for solutions, that it's never found, because it's now connected directly back to the source of all information, which is your soul, which is an aspect of Source Creator itself. And allow your soul to show you how much it loves you. It loves every part of you and every fiber of your being. This is not a fleeting experience. This experience is available to you at all times. You are fully worthy of this experience. There is nothing you could ever do that would make you less worthy than you already are. And there's nothing you need to do or could do that would ever make you any more worthy than you already are, for you are infinitely worthy of this pure love. Because you exist. Now, what is the biggest issue you have in your life as you see it right now? Allow that to come forward in your mind. And now ask your higher mind to show you the simple solution. The simple solution that can happen quickly. Not a long time from now, but quickly. For you do get to have that. Because now is the time of the biggest shift. The biggest energetic shift you'll ever go through in this lifetime. It's going to take your mind quite a while to catch up to what we're saying. But right now, in this moment, with the energies that are coming into the planet that you are helping to bring forward, and the series of alignments that are happening astrologically, and from other dimensions of reality are creating the biggest shift, the biggest single shift energetically that you have ever experienced in this life. The biggest energetic shift that has ever occurred since humanity was born onto this planet. That does not mean things externally are going to change instantly. But let go of the notion of having to put one foot in front of the other like a good soldier. And embrace the idea of liftoff. Lifting out of pain, lifting out of trauma, lifting into a place of higher knowing, and full access to all of your psychic gifts. And release from emotional pain, a release from chronic emotional pain. That doesn't mean the emotional ups and downs disappear. But you can no longer be held captive to the old energy of fear. For that is leaving this reality. And it starts by leaving your human nervous system. For there is no fear in love. And love is what you are. There's nothing to attain, there's nothing to become. Simply be who you truly are. Feel that in your gut. Feel that in your throat. Feel that in the deepest part of your being. And from now on, instead of simply relying on the human mind, take pleasure and take comfort in the fact that you have full access to your own higher mind. That sees things that the human mind couldn't figure out on its own. For the moment, let go of the need to understand this whole message with your mind and hear it with your heart. Let the healing take place. We're speaking to 7 of you specifically. Everyone, we're speaking specifically to 7 people who are having a hard time right now with healing something physical. We are going to move to questions in just a moment. But first, we're going to go into a healing song. This is an ancient chant brought forward by beings of light and love, sometimes called the Elohim. Ai, 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 ah, Shia pakataka pakatakia pakachapoya kakashia kachapakashi pakatakaya. Shipakatakaya, 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 Uya Pakatakaka, Shipakatakaka, Shipakatakaya, Uya Pakataka. Take a nice deep breath And feel that go through every part of you. And release that old wound, that psychic wound. And feel the fear and the pain completely leave your nervous system. And be replaced with infinite peace and higher knowing. Coming from that place of true infinite love, not a needy love. Not a pushy love. A totally respectful, infinitely reliable love that has no conditions. That is yours. That is yours at all times. And let it infuse with every fiber of your physical vessel. And go all the way through your mind. Take one more deep breath, and then another, and another behind that. And now we'd like to move into questions.
Thank you for that incredible message. And for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, receive these messages with your head and your heart. Close your eyes and allow this light language to wash over you, and feel this tachyon transmission coming through the technology to work on your energetic body as well. This is a chance for you to receive, relax and receive, and be supported. If you haven't yet, please post your questions into the chat, and I'm going to start from the top and we'll see how far we can get. Tonight, this person writes, I'm experiencing quite a lot of head pressure today and tonight, and it seems to be related to the after effects of channeling messages from a group of spirits last night. And this has happened to me at least 6 times in the past 2 weeks. I receive these messages from loved ones of people that I know, and I've been honored to be this conduit for these messages. What advice can you provide me on this process as I learn to be an open channel more often? And I should note, I do deliver these messages and they are very well received. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for the question. It's not actually the channeling itself that's causing you to feel this pressure. You've been going through a very significant third eye activation. There are 2 other reasons kind of connected to this. That are kind of byproducts of the experience. You're bringing in a lot more energy and light through your nervous system than you ever have before. And your nervous system is built for this. It's quite beneficial to your nervous system. But there's some subtle part of you, some deeper part of you that feels that you have to earn this. You do not have to earn this. These are highly evolved, very loving beings that you're channeling. We know that you're aware of this. You do not have to earn their respect. You have it. You had it from day one. You had it from before you were born. Your human nervous system right now is reacting to an old wound being opened up and released from your body that relates to an ancient past life you experienced. In the Lyran system. During an ancient war. During that ancient war, you opened up to channeling. So you could bring in help. At that particular moment in time, you were in a body that wasn't ready to receive those higher frequencies. So you stopped channeling in that life right before you were about to have a breakthrough where that channeling would have become much easier and quite beneficial to you. You're hitting on that old wound, and that wound is now ready to be released. And this is the body's resistance. This is the body's resistance to an experience that it thinks it has to earn. Remember that channeling is first and foremost an act of receiving. What will make this pressure go away instantly is allowing yourself to fully receive this energy that's coming through you with every part of your body, with all of your body, receiving with all of you. And in particular, receiving it through your throat. Feel that energy come into your throat and go all the way through your entire body. That will help make the channeling more clear. It will allow you to bring even more energy through your physical vessel. Because you will be eliminating the resistance. The resistance is not fear. The body knows it's not being taken over, that you are inviting in an experience that is safe. So that's primarily the thing to do, is open yourself up to fully receive with all of your body. Now, when you're not channeling, you're experiencing this pressure. It's in part the result of not being fully grounded. Because as you've upgraded and your nervous system can now take on so much more energy and light than it could even a month ago. Your root chakra is about a stage behind in the process of where your rest of your body is. So we would like to work with you here to open up and rebalance your root chakra, which will make this issue go away. A reminder to allow yourself to fully receive this with every part of you. You do not have to earn it. You are infinitely respected. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, iya bakata kokaya kakashia, iya bakata kakaya potia bakata poya kashipakatakaya. Oya bakashipakatakaya, shipakatakaya, shipakatakaya, iya bakatakaya, shipakatakaya, shipakatakaya. Oh, atakatakaya, shipakatakaya, shipakatakaya. You should start feeling a lot better now. Oya kashipakatakaya, shipakatakaya, shipakatakaya. And when you're channeling, oya Let your body move itself. Let your body get fully involved. Thank you. Thank you for the question. This benefits everyone here. We're ready for another question.
Thank you. This person writes, when I'm channeling, how do I personally express the message?
Well, remember that you are the message. You are the message. Channeling through your body is not a matter of stepping aside. It's a matter of inviting in and full embodiment. And anytime you're channeling other entities, higher entities, loving entities, your higher self is actually running the process and at the center of the process. So you're not only channeling what you would think of as other, you're channeling your higher self. And remember that you are everything and everything is you. So everything that you're channeling is still ultimately an aspect of you because you are an aspect of source creator itself. So it's not a matter of bringing forward the message. It's first and foremost a matter of receiving all the way. And we talked about this a moment ago, but that really is the trick. It's a matter of receiving all the way. Which also includes receiving yourself and receiving your own higher self. When it comes to the techniques that you're using around channeling, what you're doing is very solid, very sound. It's not a matter of finding a new action to take or even a new focus point in the body. It's not even a matter of letting go because you're already doing that quite well. It's actually for you a matter of first and foremost receiving, making that the main thing, receiving. And then allowing yourself to let loose, just to let whatever sounds want to come out of the mouth just come out. There's no risk that you're going to get the message wrong because the words in the channeling are the smallest part of the equation. It's the vibration of the message. Because channeling is ultimately a communication between souls. It's a communication between souls. It's souls communicating with other souls. And as long as you recognize that you're a soul, connecting with a bunch of other souls to then deliver a collective message to other souls who are all you, who is speaking through you and who you're speaking to are all you. On one level, the message cannot be misinterpreted or misunderstood. So just let it rip. Just let it rip. Like a rising tide coming into the shore. Like a current in the ocean. That rip current in the ocean that pulls a boat out into the deep. Is formed by a series of other currents coming together. So just get inside that current and ride the wave. And realize there is no limit to whatever information can come in through you, can come in through your channel, can come in through your vessel, because you're a very clear channel. It's not a matter of achieving, it's a matter of receiving. And one last little tidbit that'll help you in particular when you're receiving information and you're seeing it through your third eye, think in terms of colors first. Think in terms of colors first. Just think about the colors of the message, and this will automatically activate something in your mind. That makes the translation easy. Just think in terms of the colors of the message. Thank you for the question. You've come a long, long way since you started channeling. Stick with it. You're about to have a big, huge breakthrough. And then you'll understand why you wanted to do it in the first place. You have a big future with it. Keep going. Keep going. And you'll be surprised at how your loved ones respond to it. And how much they respect you for it. You're not here to tell people what they want to hear. You're simply speaking the truth from a higher perspective. Sometime sit down and channel just your own higher self. And you'll learn some amazing things about yourself and your life path and what's coming next in your journey. Stick with the channeling. You're so much better at this than you realize. And if it's your true passion, the stars will align. And if you want to do this for a living, you absolutely can. And you can make a good living at it. There's so much power in your channeling, and it's very unique. No one else can do what you can do here. You are gifted. There's nothing else you need to learn. Just remember what you already know. Watch for more human help to come in to help you see what to do with your channeling in a practical business way. It won't be overwhelming. It'll be simple and grounded. Clear cut. And it'll be a relief to your nervous system. So get ready to start having more fun with it. You've already been through the hardest part. Now you're getting to the most fun part. So just have a little bit more patience and you're just about to start that fun part. Thank you so much for being brave enough to ask this question. This light language, we're bringing forward the blessing of the ancients for you and for everyone. What you're doing is so special. Let yourself feel rewarded. There are no consequences to being the true you. You are a gift. And helping you is not a burden for any of the beings that you're channeling. Thank you for the question. We're ready for the next question.
Thank you. We've just crossed over the 1 hour mark, and we'd like to pose another question. As we move into 5D, can we expect changes in the nature of relationships, particularly with the concept of romantic couples?
Yes, and this will something that will happen naturally on its own, and it's going to be different for everyone. But one of the byproducts of moving into the 5D, in a moment, we're going to give a little deeper explanation of what the 5D really means in the human experience right now on Earth. But one of the byproducts of moving fully into the 5D is you're moving beyond the notion of separation or incompleteness when you're entering into any relationship, but we'll focus on romantic relationships. For so much of human evolution and society, romantic relationships have primarily been looked at as a way to eliminate the notion of separation by seeking completeness from something other, by seeking some completeness through something external. We're not speaking to you specifically in your relationships. We're not speaking about anyone's specific experience in this group, this listening to this channeling. We're just talking about a very general, broad brush overview of kind of the dominant energy of how romantic relationships have played out over the last 2,000 years, in particular in human history. Whereas the majority are coming at a romantic relationship from a place of feeling some level of being fractured from their true self on some level, even just partially, where they're looking to gain completeness and connect with themselves through another person, by looking to that other person to fulfill something in them that can only come from within. That's a big reason why there are so many divorces. But the fact that there are actually a lot more divorces happening in modern society is, believe it or not, a good sign. It's a symptom that humanity is in the process of moving beyond looking at romantic relationships as something to complete you, and moving out of the energy, the notion of codependence in romantic relationships, and moving more fully into the idea of interdependence, where each side enters the relationship as a healed whole version of yourself. Maybe not perfectly, but coming from a place where you are conscious enough and integrated enough with your true self that you are experiencing that sense of wholeness and completeness from within internally, without needing anything external to validate that. And then romantic relationships shift completely into an experience where you actually connect more deeply at the soul level while still in the physical. And you can experience true union. Where two humans choose to connect at the soul level so deeply that they can experience a different form of oneness, that actually activates um, a specific type of movement of the Kundalini energy, particularly that happens during sex in those kind of partnerships, that actually transcends the fifth dimension. And that Kundalini energy can go through can go through a higher wave. The Kundalini energy can move not just all the way through the body, but it actually reaches the two bodies, the Kundalini energy of the two bodies intertwine like the DNA structure. And that can lead to a level of spiritual awareness. And we don't mean this in a religious sense. It's only possible on the human level at this time when two humans come together in that particular way, coming from that heart-centered awareness. And this is a place where relationships are no longer about obligation. And you simply lose patience for any kind of play acting or pretending within a relationship because you no longer need to. Because your relationships actually become more telepathic in a sense. And that can free a relationship up to be more playful because it's not burdened with survival energies. Because you're not looking at that other person as something that helps you emotionally survive. And you're consciously understanding that you are the mirror for the other person and they are the mirror for you. Doesn't mean things are perfect. But a byproduct of this is the notion of what a long-term relationship means will naturally shift. And even if you're only with that partner for a period of time, and you both choose to consciously move on, but you're on different paths, that soul level bond remains. And in the 5D, a very simple way of explaining it is that both sides in a relationship, whether it's male and a female, two males, two females, whatever that romantic relationship is, both sides learn how to fully receive each other. Both sides learn how to fully receive each other. And there's an even balance between the masculine and feminine energies between each of the individuals involved and also within the totality of the relationship, because you're both learning how to fully receive the other because you've learned how to fully receive love before entering the relationship. And we'd like to go a little further, a brief explanation of what the 5D really means in the human experience. Well, you guys, remember that this is just a frequency. So these terms like 5D or fifth density or whatever you want to call them, they're describing a frequency. And within that 5D, it's a range of frequencies. But you can think of it as having three layers. And we could describe those three layers very simply as the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. And we mean that within your own physical body, within you specifically. We'll focus on that. Because in a sense, you are all that is. The spiritual is when you reach a point of awareness and integration Where you're able to fully accept that love is not conditional. That love is not conditional. And when you begin to fully accept that love is not conditional and become aware of this, become consciously aware of this while in your human body, fear starts to disappear. Old wounds have to heal to a certain point on your way to reaching this frequency. And you have a lot of help reaching this frequency, a whole lot of help reaching this frequency. And we say this happens on the spiritual level first because you are more than just a body. But before your body can fully accept this frequency, it has to reach a point where your mind is aware of it. Simply put, this is the stage where your heart really truly opens. And you begin to learn how to truly receive, because the fifth dimension is about receiving. The third dimension was about will and action. And sure, will and action still have their place in the fifth dimension, but the fifth dimension is much more about receiving, because receiving is the feminine energy. And the feminine energy is what really comes online for all, whether you're male or female, at this stage in the 5D. And that feminine energy allows you to balance your will and your heart. The nature of time shifts significantly in the 5D. And then mentally in the 5D, mentally, your brain will literally connect more parts of itself. The brain, the hemispheres of the left and right hemisphere, there are more connections are formed to connect all the different aspects of your brain more completely to itself. Because the third eye really comes online. And as the different parts of your brain start to forge deeper connections to other parts of the brain, your brain starts functioning as a whole. Instead of separate units that occasionally talk to each other. And as your brain starts functioning as a whole, your thinking becomes more non-linear, more creative. Your creative, intuitive mind starts to become dominant. Because this is necessary in the 5D frequency, because the old rules don't apply. This is where the mind starts to understand that there's a lot of information happening out there. The nature of time has changed, that the veil is literally thin because you're in a higher frequency. So the mind has more information to interpret. And the mind, just like the heart, learns how to receive. The mind learns how to receive information from outside of itself. Because the mind's main job is to be an interpreter. Because you can't fit all the information that exists into a human mind. But you don't need to. Your human mind connects to what we were calling your higher mind and receives from it. That's a very simple way of putting it. And now we'll talk about the physical changes that occur, because this is most important, because you're doing this while in the physical, in the human body. And this is where all previously dormant aspects of your DNA open up and integrate, which opens up all your psychic and intuitive abilities. The body literally reconfigures to carry more energy, to be able to receive more light. The body goes into receiving mode. And the body literally becomes less dense. You activate advanced healing abilities that your body naturally already was created with. That come online at this time. This is where a form of natural telepathy takes place. Or you kind of feel the other person's emotions more deeply than you did before. All your chakras fully open up. What's called your light body fully comes online and integrates with the human nervous system. Yabakatakaya, Kashipakatakaya, Kashipakatakaya, Shipakatakaya, Kashipakatakaya, Skatskaya, Ayakashipakatakaya, Skatskaya, Kashipakatakaya, Skatskaya, Oyakashipakatakaya. And the body literally becomes younger at the biological level. Particularly when the body releases fear. And all this is what has been up to this point a gradual unfolding, but a big acceleration is taking place. But the key word to all of it is receiving. That's the key word, is receiving. In the fifth dimension, this is where you explore the idea of receiving from all levels, the physical, the spiritual, and mental, but you bring it all back to the physical because you are living in a body. That body doesn't end with your physical body. Your energy field literally becomes 12 times larger in the 5D, in your 5D body than it was in the 3D body. Changes in your life can happen much quicker when you intend things. You can call that thing into reality very, very quickly in the 5D. There are many opportunities to explore all the new things you want to explore in the 5D. But it's about receiving at the relational level, at the biological level, at the mental level. And what you're receiving is the energy of love. And fear and anger naturally dissolve because you start to feel deeply in your being and in your body that you're not separate and you're not stuck. It's the frequency of abundance. And it's really fun. And there's a part of you that's already there on all three levels: physical, mental, and spiritual. So just allow yourself to connect to that part of you through your higher mind and ask it to help pull you forward into that full 5D experience. It's nothing to be earned. It's your birthright. We thank you for the question. And we also wanted to mention to everyone here, if we weren't able to specifically get to your question, that we have addressed all questions through the light language throughout. We have addressed all questions through the light language throughout. And our final message is this: you are already whole. You're already complete. There's a part of you that is already completely free. So allow that part of you to carry you forward. You don't have to believe this. But the body knows. The body knows what is true. There's a lot of additional information encoded in the light language in this transmission. And a deep healing on the physical, emotional, and mental level has been taking place throughout all of this. Ay, 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 oh. 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 Oh. Shkatka. Shkaka. Oyakatka. Oyakashipakatkaya. No more worries. No more worries. Let that fear and anxiety energy complete its exit from you. We thank you, we love you, and with that, we are complete.
Thank you, everyone. We'll close with a blessing for all and then a few housekeeping notes. So the blessing is, Father God, Mother Earth, thank you for this beautiful experience that we've all co-created together. We all chose to be here and we chose to be present. And we created a once in a lifetime moment that would not be the same if anyone else was here or was not here. If you are watching this in the future on the recording, we welcome you to recognize that you too are a part of this moment in history. And we recognize together as we raise our individual vibrations and reflect on these questions and the wisdom and the healing that's been received here. We raise the vibration of our families, our communities, and all of humanity, which raises the vibration of our planet overall. And we see that 5-dimensional 5D existence and we embrace it and call it in as our own. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. So just for those few housekeeping notes, if you were here tonight and you enjoyed this, we thank you for your support of David Harris Spirituality and his social channels. Join his email list, and also Adreinne Craighead here at Torchbearer Tachyon. Your reviews, your follows, your shares with your community is so appreciated.